Happy Mother's Day from the eve of reduction. We are going to be upcycling an old book and an antique knob latch to make a tea box for our mothers. So the supplies you're going to need are an old book, either a leather bound or a canvas bound, something that looks really kind of neat and inviting. I had to go on Amazon this morning just to make sure this book wasn't worth like $200. So you can get these. I got this at a garage sale. And we're going to have some Elmer's glue and a container to mix the glue with water. And you'll need a rubber spatula for that, an X-Acto blade, a pen or pencil, a knob. Now this is something you can pull off of something old that you don't use anymore, or this I actually got at Buffalo Reuse. It's an antique knob. I bought 2 of them, though I only need 1. And a nut and bolt, because we have to attach it to the top of our book. And you want to look for ones that are kind of old, so you're not using this shiny chrome nut against your antique knob, or you could just be using a regular cabinet knob that the screw would go through the back. So then no worries there. And you will need a drill. I have a tea bag here. So what we're going to do is cut into the book to make 2 holes for our tea bags. So we'll have a hole for regular and a hole for decaf tea. And you want to get one of these sort of tea bags because you want your hole to be a little bit bigger than that so they fit comfortably in the hole. And so if you want to get your supplies, and then we will get started. The first thing we're going to do is I mixed up the water and the glue, and I've got my rubber spatula, and I'm going to, I actually don't want this, I want the cover open, hold the pages together, and I'm just going to paint this over the binding of the book, not the binding, but the pages on the outside here, just to keep them stuck together, because if they're all flopping around, it'll get a little awkward. Be a little generous with your glue mixture. The nice thing about using a book is you don't need a hinge. You've already got one. That was my first thought, that I was going to need. If I used a box, I'd have to get a hinge. So a trick I learned if you're going to be drilling is to have a spare piece of wood underneath where you're drilling. So the hole will actually come through whatever you want to put a hole in, it will come through clean. So I have my holes marked, and you can see I have a rubber band around the book holding the glued pages together as they dry, and that will save you some time. And I love these rubber bands. You get them like when you get asparagus or whatever. I always save them. I have to put another indentation here. So I'm just applying some crazy glue here. Now you can always use the screw whatever those things are called, the nuts, onto the ends, and then allow a space for them. I cut off the front page because I thought, oh, why open to a blank page when you can open, now there'd be holes here, but I'd still get some of this detailing here. So I had cut off the first pages, which I'm going to re-glue down so that you don't see the ugly holes. Now I'm going to start cutting into the book really as hard as I can to get a deep cut, because I'm going to have to make several of them to get all the way through the book. This is so Shawshank Redemption, I can't even stand it. Here is the finished upcycled tea box from the eve of reduction. Makes an excellent gift for any tea lover, mother, grandmother,